Now we have Jews being hunted in the streets. Let's not play games. That's what's going on. 2 people shot to death, young people, one of whom was a Christian, but they thought he was a Jew. And the young lady he was going to marry. This poor young lady was shot in the back. She's crawling away for her life. He stands over, he shoots her again. She sits up. He loads his damn pistol and executes her. 26 years old, out of Kansas, for God's sakes. A Marxist who's yelling free Palestine because of what I said. The fusion of the Marxists and the Islamists. The fusion of communist China with Islamist Iran. The goal is the same, to destroy the West. And what's the West? It's we the people. It's the United States of America. Oh, there's Europe, but we are the point of the spear, the United States of America. The media have a main role in the violence that's taking place throughout the world, as well as our country on our streets now. Boulder, Washington, D.C. Because the media are lying. The media are filled with these reprobates, these bigots, who give voice to Hamas, who give voice to the Muslim Brotherhood, who give voice to students for justice in Palestine, and give voice to the Marxist movements in this country. Because many of their hosts, many of their guests are of that ideology. Democrats. The Democrat Party is effectively an umbrella organization for these entities. Tell me, did the Democrat Party hold hearings on what was going on college campuses? No, it was left to the Republican Party. Did the Biden regime and the Democrats take steps to try and thwart this anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism that's going on in our country? Absolutely not. In fact, now that the Trump administration controls the Department of Education, the Department of Justice, they have said Biden did nothing, absolutely nothing. And in fact, all I seem to recall when I sat here with you folks was every time there was an attack on a Jew, it was, and don't forget about Islamophobia. That's all I remember. There is no Islamophobia. Where the hell is it? I don't see it. But there is anti-Americanism. And now we have Jews being hunted in the streets. Let's not play games. That's what's going on. 2 people shot to death, young people, one of whom was a Christian, but they thought he was a Jew. And the young lady he was going to marry. This poor young lady was shot in the back. She's crawling away for her life. He stands over, he shoots her again. She sits up. He loads his damn pistol and executes her. 26 years old, out of Kansas, for God's sakes. A Marxist who's yelling free Palestine because of what I said. The fusion of the Marxists and the Islamists. The fusion of communist China with Islamist Iran. The goal is the same, to destroy the West. And what's the West? It's we the people. It's the United States of America. Oh, there's Europe, but we are the point of the spear, the United States of America. And they're here now. The enemy within is here. And they're on TV, and they're on radio, and they're on podcasts, and they have other platforms. And they're teaching our kids in our universities and colleges, and now in our public schools. They're here, they're organized. Apparently they don't have jobs, they're always marching about something, and violently so. They have no intention of assimilating. We're supposed to assimilate into their ideology. Can you imagine? No, I can't. So as I've been saying, revolution by immigration. It's not only occurring, it happened. It happened, it's here. What did it take? 5, 6, 7 years. Here we are. Now, CNN is one of the most despicable so-called news operations ever. It is the Al Jazeera, and there are many of them, of America. And even in the Middle East, they're known to be pro-Arab, pro-Islamo-Nazi regime in Iran, and anti-Israel, and anti-American. It really is a horrendous network. Now, it doesn't have a big viewership. The problem is it has a massive reach all over the world. So if you have a few people here and there watching it, it's problematic. And they constantly bring on Bernie Sanders and Jamie Raskin and AOC. The most horrendous Marxists and Islamists in the Democrat Party have a big voice. And most of their hosts, they're in the head bobbing business. They're head bobbles. That's what they... Yes. Republican? No. So here's a CNN host by the name of Abby Phillip. Unlike Psaki, where the P is silent, so she goes by Saki. But then again, people drink sake, so I call her Psaki. And Abby Phillip, I decided the P should be silent for her, unlike Psaki, so Abby Hillip. CNN, you have Governor Sununu and Shermichael Singleton, who I never heard of before, but is quite good. Go.
I definitely think, to the Congressman's point, there are specific things that are being said on these campuses that are anti-Semitic. But the idea that AOC and, I don't know, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar are engaging in those activities, I'm not sure there's a lot of evidence of that.
They spoke at campuses.
You know what I
They
mean?
were there on those campuses.
But I guess, here's what I'm saying.
Right.
But do you understand what I'm saying? If they show up on college campuses to protest, you know, what's the situation in Gaza, are you saying automatically the same thing as uttering anti-Semitic words?
Yes, they're
and doing
anti-Semitic. Make no mistake
language?
about it. Their words are absolutely, and this is all based in anti-Semitism.
Right, what I'm saying is, like, do you have evidence that they actually engaged in anti-Semitic language? That is the issue.
You know, I mean, what, supporting terrorists and some
of her past.
Are you saying? I mean, do we have to go through the statements?
I am talking about
It's like,
on college campuses. You know, because I think that there is a difference
the history
between
of
protesting.
Ilhan Omar is very clear.
There's a history. There's a difference between protesting and saying and doing anti-Semitic things. Would you not agree?
Ilhan Omar's rhetoric, as it pertains to Jewish people in the state of Israel, is deplorable and disgusting. She shouldn't even be in Congress, in my opinion. And them showing up on those college campuses is a green light for the most vicious, disgusting, despicable rhetoric against Jewish students and against Jewish people. You can absolutely draw a correlation. And to pretend that they were on the college campuses and saying kumbaya is to just be naive.
I don't know him, but we're going to get to know him.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.